with everybody included. Let's see if people show up. As people show up, I will discuss something that is on my mind. Hello. Hi, can you hear my voice clearly? Just put a thumbs up if you can hear my voice correctly. Good. Good morning. Great. So I was doing a live on my membership channel and I had trouble with audio, so I just decided to do a live stream here. Hey, good day. It's actually good evening here. It's already 5 p.m. Hello, Willer Silva. Okay, I've got 26 people. Great. I wasn't expecting so many to join just now. Okay, so voice is good, right? I should start. Thank you. Thank you for all the praise. Okay, so I recently went on a walk and I had a great epiphany that I wanted to discuss with you guys in this live stream. And I was talking about it on my membership channel just recently, and I decided to share it with you as well. Great. So basically, a lot of people are, I had a question in membership as well, that when they imagine, they feel anxiety when they're imagining, when they're trying to affirm for their desires or any process. It doesn't matter which process. And I've been there. And I wanted to make a distinction because I just recently had this Bible verse keep blasting in my mind, which goes something like this, that I've written here: do not conform to the pattern of this world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what the will of God is, which is good and pleasing. So this Bible verse talks about be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the transformation in the mind is the work of the spiritual man within. It has nothing to do with the natural man. As I was recently talking about, that this is the experience of God. Through God all things are possible, exactly. But we get confused. We imagine from the old man that Bible refers to as the old man, which is this identity that I call myself. I have a lot of past. I identify with a lot of things. I have many failures in my life, as all of us. So this is the old man that Bible refers to. Well, if you imagine from the old man, you will feel fear, because you will bring your past into it. You will say, I was never smart, I was never abundant, so how can I now imagine abundance, right? It sounds so weird for the old man or the natural man, so it can't imagine. It will feel anxiety. It will feel like it will not happen for him. But again, this old man is a fake self. It is a created self. It's also a figment of your imagination. It is nothing more than that. This is a world of illusions. Illusion means it appears to be real, but it is something else. For example, this world may look scary, just like when you are imagining a night dream, a nightmare. Isn't your nightmare real to you the moment you're dreaming? It is absolutely, it scares the shit out of you many times. But when you wake up, you realize that everything was alright, you were just dreaming. So, this world is exactly like that. It is a more consistent dream in the mind of God. And since God is dreaming, it's much more consistent than our night dream. But again, it is still a dream. So, in this world of illusions, looking for proof of your imagination or looking in the old man, that proof of success is a moot cause. It's not going to give you success, because old man belongs to this world, and this world is a dream, and all the past and all the identity that you assume are all belonging to this world, while we, our real self, is the inner man, the man that Bible calls the new man. The new man is the imaginative man the Neville Goddard talks about. The spiritual man is the imaginative man, and imagination is the real reality. So when you imagine, when you affirm, you should not go looking for proof in this world. The proof is in imagination. If you can see something in imagination, it's real. Otherwise, you will not be able to see it. So when you imagine, if you imagine in the now moment without the past, without the identity, you imagine as though you are brand new right now, absolutely new clean being with no identity, no trauma, no past, not even thinking about future. Imagining right now what you want in this now moment, you will not feel anxiety, but you will feel bliss. And this is this is the correct way of imagining. Neville Goddard put a lot of emphasis on imagining in the now moment, not bringing in the past, not looking at the future, not looking at the circumstances, not identifying with anything, just acting out your desired reality in the now moment. For example, if you want to be in another country, imagine that you're right now in that country. You're on the beach, for example, and your feet are planted in the sand, and you are enjoying the beach right now. You are not in your apartment. You're not where you think you are, because that's the old man. The physical body is the old man. The mind is the old man, but we are really the spiritual man, the imaginative man. An imaginative man can be anywhere in imagination. He can go anywhere. And this is exactly what I did to come to Russia. I've told the story so many times in my previous videos, that I was in Malaysia, but I was imagining walking in snow. Like, I was literally feeling the cold of snow on my foot, and feeling the chill in the air, and walking around, and grabbing the hand of my wife and going for a coffee. A normal day I was imagining in the now moment. And the proof is right here. I am literally here. Yeah, so imagining with the inner man in the now moment without the baggage of identity gets rid of all fear and anxiety. It's as simple as that. And another question was asked by one more member in the membership channel, by Bhavna, and she was asking, how can we manifest multiple desires at the same time? And there are three methods for that. How I do it, and which I have found easier, is planting the seeds of every single desire all the time. For example, I want a certain amount of money. I just imagine a frame in my mind looking at a bank app that I have this much money. As I recently made a video buying this very flat that I'm standing in, that we needed the money, and it was a problem because Russia is in war and conflict right now. The banks are not working, so I was trying to manifest getting money from Pakistan, my home country, to Russia. Possible. So what I did, I just imagined the exact amount of money in the bank app, in my bank app, and I just saw it, and that's it. I dropped it. So I planted the seed, and lo and behold, We found a way. You can watch that video next. I have explained everything. We basically found a way to get money in the bank account, and it was exactly the same money that I imagined. The frozen frame became real. So you can keep on planting seed all day long. You don't have to sit down in a chair and get into a state akin to sleep. It doesn't have to be like that all the time. It doesn't have to be. You can just imagine, uh, you want to go to Dubai, you can just imagine looking at Burj Khalifa and enjoying the view. That's it, and drop it. Uh, you want to go on a date with somebody, just imagine drinking coffee with them in a nice coffee restaurant, and drop it. Or just say it, that now I am wealthy, or now I am healthy, or now I am whole and I am complete. Say it and drop it. As long as we plant the seed and then don't doubt it, like the very next moment, or start digging it, and where is it again. This world is the world of illusion. This is not real world. Real in us, it is real, but it's a dead world. Neville Goddard talks about the idea that this world is dead. Why? Because it's already manifested. When something is already manifested, it is there. But the world of living is the world of potential. The world of potential is in the body of God. All potential is already existing for you to manifest in the body of God. So don't pay attention to the dead world. It's already manifested. Don't go looking for proof in the already manifested world. Imagine, go into your imagination. You have seen, you have planted the seed. That's your proof. It's gonna come, and all you have to do is just expect it. That I've done my part. Now God will do the rest. Just like um, just like Amazon. You buy something on Amazon and you're expecting excitedly that it's coming. That's it. That's how you do it. So planting seeds all day long, saying it, imagining it, affirming it, it will do the trick. And the next method is how to manifest multiple desires, which is imagining a grand scene which includes everything. For example, somebody wants to buy a house, they want to live, they want to have an SP, and they want to have abundance. They can imagine a beautiful house, that they are walking down the stairs and their SP is standing in the living room and they are saying to you, breakfast is ready. Well, this scene includes your SP, you have a house, beautiful house, and the beautiful house also signifies you have abundance. So this grand scene, 10 to 15 second scene, includes everything. And that is the way to manifest multiple things at the same time. And the third way that Neville Goddard taught, and I have personally used as well, which is using a phrase like thank you, or isn't it wonderful, or I am so grateful. Well, isn't it wonderful means your life is wonderful. You're catching the mood of a wonderful life. You're catching the mood of a wonderful life. Isn't it wonderful? Or I am so thankful. Well, why are you thankful? Universe knows why you are thankful. If you're thankful, that means you have all that you want. If your life is wonderful, that means you have all that you want. So you can go every night, you can, before sleep, just catch the mood of a wonderful life. Isn't it wonderful? Or I am so grateful, I'm so thankful. So this is the third method, which is very easy. And I remember when I was in Malaysia, I was trying to manifest my now wife and this flat life in Russia and everything. I decided to try the isn't it wonderful technique. And at that moment, I was looking for a new job with a better pay. I was looking, because our relationship was long distance. So I was manifesting my wife to come meet me. And I had a number of other desires as well. And I was trying to quit my existing job as well. And all of that happened in like 2-3 months, all of it, of using isn't it wonderful. And I wasn't even doing this before sleep. About the feeling and the mood that these things can make you embody. So once I embodied the mood, everything fell into place. I got a new job which paid me like 10 times more money than previous job. Like my wife came to meet me in Malaysia. We had a wonderful time. We went to Langkawi is a beautiful place in Malaysia. I don't know if you know this, but it's a beautiful place in Malaysia. We went there. I imagined that I was standing on a beach there, and we did exactly that. So every single thing that I imagined happened just by embodying the state. That's it. So I guess this is the third method. So if you want to have a lot of desires in your life, just catch the mood of feeling wonderful, or plant the seed every single day again and again. Whatever comes to mind, just plant the seed, imagine it, affirm it, and leave it. Or you can imagine a grand scene which includes everything. So I hope this answers the question of Bhavna. And now I'm gonna go through your questions, comments. So the results of Dr. Millikan's affirmation. Oh, I definitely use the Millikan affirmation, which is I'm earning a lavish, steady, dependable income, doing something with integrity and mutual benefit. It's amazing. And again, the words and the imaginal act, they are trying to catch, you are trying to embody a state. The words means don't mean much. It's the meaning that you attach to the word. It is the when you imagine something, it is the emotion that it invokes, and it is the feeling and the state that the act, imaginal act, uh, like overtakes you. It has nothing to do with the words or scene, everything, but they are great, powerful. Words are very powerful. Imagination is extremely powerful to get you what you want. So I'm not making a concession for that. But what is more important is catching the mood. If you can catch the mood, it's a done deal, basically. And there was one more thing I wanted to talk. Yes, something amazing. Another manifestation that recently happened, which proves that it is all one mind and there is really no separation. Recently, I was getting a little bit homesick for Malaysia because I lived 4 years of my life there. It was a beautiful time there, and I was feeling that I want to go there again. So I was kind of getting nostalgic about it. I was thinking about it. And lo and behold, I thought about it one day, and the next day, a colleague of mine from Malaysia texted me out of nowhere, and this person has not texted me for more than a year. Last time we had a chat, it was in April 2023. And just thinking about Malaysia, just thinking about it somehow invoked this colleague of mine to randomly text me. So that is your proof that thought transmission is a real thing. There is no separation, and it's all one mind. So those of you who are trying to manifest people, or your SPs, your thoughts and your feelings are reaching them. You don't have to connect to somebody physically. You don't have to text them. You don't have to do anything. Sometimes just thinking is enough. And this, I wasn't even thinking about my colleague, I was thinking about Malaysia. But this colleague of mine was a friend of mine, and we spent a lot of time together. So this friend of mine texted me, and he's like, let's go for a dinner, bro, where are you? And I'm like, I'm no longer in Malaysia. I told him that I'm in Russia right now. I was like, wow. And I told him, but this when I thought about it, I was like, wow, what are the odds of this person texting me just when I was feeling nostalgic about Malaysia? Is the odds are impossible, in my opinion. It might sound like it was plausible, but it wasn't. And just because we have been in no contact for almost 2 years now, 1.5 year. So there is no separation, there is no, everybody is connected, and we all are residing in the same one mind of God. And so whatever you're imagining, it is reaching the people, it is being manifested in the world in real time. And this reality, and just as I said, it's a dead reality, it's already manifested. So your imagination is the cause, this is the effect. So if you want to cause new things in this world, then be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. The only change that exists, that can cause if things to change in this world, comes from renewing of your mind. Let go of the old man. The old man is that your story, your identity, all the things that you think is impossible, it's all belongs to the old man or the natural man. And the real man, the spiritual man, the God self, as Neville God says, God became man so that man may become God. It simply means that God is having this human experience in individualized aspect. So this is the experience of the spiritual man. And so, hi Daud. So another member joined. Yeah, nice. Good to see you too, brother. Okay, this is a kind of a big question, Hamda. God, God is everything. We have this is a spiritual concept that I'm not talking from a religious background, because that's a different story. I don't want to go there. But from spiritual perspective, all spiritual philosophies say the same thing, which is there is only one source, one living waters or life source, out of which everything comes. So everything has the essence of God. There is no separation in the body of God, because anything that you think exists outside of God, that's impossible, because the only real thing is God. Anything outside of God cannot be. There is no outside of God. Is infinite, everywhere, at all times. Well, if He is everywhere at all times, He is within you as well. So it's a very difficult concept, but I hope I'm making sense. So basically, God is everywhere at all times, and He's within everybody and is everywhere. So, but we all exist within God, within the great all, which the Kabbalion talks about, the all. That's the only term that makes the infinity of God like unexplainable. Like the all is all, and the everything is in the all. So I hope it explains something. Yeah, I have read The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich is basically again conditioning your mind to think wealth, to assume wealth, to get the consciousness of wealth. And every single book on psychology, all the books are conditioning the mindset, nothing else. It all goes back to the same thing. As Neville Goddard said, the rich man, the beggar man, the poor man, the thief are not different minds. They have the same consciousness of God, but they are arranged differently. They are in a different state of consciousness. The intelligence that belongs to you is within you and is within me is the same intelligence. It's everywhere. It's the same God consciousness coming from source. So there is no difference between, let's say, me or Bill Gates. The difference is in the way that we think and the aspiration and assumptions of, for example, Bill Gates. He's doing what he wants to do. I personally don't want to go to that scale, right? I want to live a low-key, abundant life where I have everything I want and I am living a beautiful, pleasurable, easy life. So different arrangements of the same mind. So wealth consciousness is required for those who are wealthy. It has nothing to do with which country you are from, which background you are from, your gender. None. It's all stories, identity. Spiritual man will provide in any state that you reside in. So if you get into a state, the spiritual man or the essence of God will provide. It will become real for you. Okay, how can I manifest being more intelligent? Just say to yourself, I am very articulate, I'm very intelligent, and because the wisdom of God is within me, I am connected to God all the time. All knowledge is with God. I am one with God, so I am intelligent. And my articulation comes directly from God. Just say that. Okay, how do I most efficiently get out of a bad state? Well, the best way to get out of what I have done personally, which works for me, I go for long walks. Long walks in nature. What it does is it gets you into a bad state. Physical environment changing shifts your mentality. Somehow you become more open. And then you can have talks with yourself within your mind while you're on a walk and remind yourself the real truths of this world, which are God became man so that man may become God. This is the experience of God. Everything is provided, everything exists in imagination, all work is done by God. So just remind yourself, lift your vibration up by realizing the truths about this reality. And this is temporary, this is like a dream in the mind of the all, and I can get whatever I want. I just have to present a different idea, different consciousness to my mind and the God within, and it will be done for me. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is a very beautiful and deep statement written in the Bible. Every change in your life will occur when you present a different state of consciousness to your mind, a different perspective. When you will work with the new man and let go of the old man, your life will change. It has worked a number of times. All the self-help books are about it. They're all trying to impact your mindset, and it all comes down to the same thing. Neville Goddard absolutely made it into the simplest, most beautiful form, which is an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. What is an assumption? Assumption is a new idea, a new state. That's it. You're embodying something new and you are transforming your mind. So be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. A new idea absolutely changes your world because our consciousness projects it out. This is a mirror reality. It mirrors your consciousness and you will get out of a bad state, but you must take it's a commitment to raise your vibration by maybe in meditation, long walks, any way where you can quiet your mind, get out of the world, get centered, and you can talk to yourself, raise your vibration, and you will instantly feel better and the world will change after that. Love from India. I have many Indian followers. Love you guys too. Well, when Neville Carter says frequency is the key, he's just asking you to be persistent. It has nothing to do with bursting a blood vessel trying to manifest something or imagining. It is not about It is not about hard work, it is about persistence. It is about staying committed to the new state of being, the new version of yourself. That's all. It is not about, it is not about brute forcing, even though brute forcing works. Brute forcing affirmations, they work absolutely. But it's a difficult, I won't recommend it because it's a hard way of living. That's it. I don't, feeling a bit sad now. How do you feel? Okay, emotions are energy in motion. You don't want to suppress them. So when you're feeling sad, feel sad, allow them. Sit down in a meditative state, feel them, feel all your emotions, and then they will pass. It's only when we suppress emotions, we fight them, we go against them, we run away from them. It's only when we are uh, we don't want to feel the emotions is when we internalize them, and they then mess up our life, for example, or cause disease, or cause depression. Feel your negative emotions, but realize that you are not those emotions. That's the beautiful thing. Emotions, thoughts, this body, this brain, it all is a vehicle for the God within, the real self that is enjoying this human experience. But you are not the body, you're not the brain, you're not the thoughts, you're not the emotions. You're pure imagination, pure awareness, pure consciousness, pure joy, and infinite love. This is a drama of God having an infinite, beautiful, dramatic experience. Suffering is not necessary, but it's part of a human experience. So allow the feelings to be, let them come. If you feel like crying, even cry. Mourning, when somebody dies, it's a very difficult situation. Crying is good, letting out emotion is good, but realizing the greater reality and this greater existence that we all are in makes everything easy, makes everything more palatable. When you realize that in the end we are all safe in the body of the infinite all, and it's all gonna be all right, basically. Shawarma, yes. Yes, Mr. Magic, we basically have shawarma like every week. Basically, I really like it. Thank you, Ravi. Law of assumption is more direct form of manifesting. Law of attraction is basically still based on the idea that there is some sort of separation. It makes it look like there are things outside of you and you need to attract them, but that's not the case. Everything is one in the grand scheme of things, in the body of God. Everything is one. So everything is one, that means nothing is outside of you. So you don't need to attract something. You just need to assume it, and you will be moved into the experience in the body of God where what you want exists. And law of assumption does exactly that. You assume what you want, you feel that you have it, and God makes it happen. You don't attract anything, you get into a state. You move into a state which already exists in the body of God. You move into it, you occupy it, and then it becomes your experience. So that's the main difference. Okay, now I courses, or some people are suggesting coaching, but it's about the time. I don't have so much spare time right now, but I'm working on it. I'm working on coaching and whatever I can offer you guys. So I'll be happy to do that. I'll try to do more streams as well. Okay, Greg, does detachment speed up manifestation? Detachment is just knowing that what you want wants you. So there is no desperation involved. Detachment is thus just this idea of flow-based manifestation. That is, I will get the money, but even if I don't, I will be fine. But when you're detaching, you're not detaching from the desire, you're detaching from the fear. You're detaching that from this fear that, oh, what if I don't get money? I might die, or I might get in debt, or I might, like, my life is ruined. But when you realize that we live in the body of God and everything is fine basically, and God provides, all work is done by God, detachment is very easy. So you don't get hung up on one person, you don't get hung up on one job. You say, oh, I didn't get this job, fine, I'm still abundant person, I will get another job. See, this abundant mindset makes you detach from things very easily. Like, I didn't get this person, maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't care, because I'm an abundant person, I get a lot of love from people, I will have a lot of options, so things will work out. This is detachment. It's a carefree existence where you know that God provides. You have trust, so you don't resist against anything. You flow with the stream, and things just things just work out. So I think that this is my way of looking at detachment. Okay, we've been going on for 37 minutes, so I was just testing out. I'm new to live streaming, so I'm not sure. I, sometimes I feel like the audio have issues, so I'm learning, and I will definitely do more talks. Yes, Bhavna, I will definitely talk about parallel realities more in the future live streams. I will do more. Yes, I will. I will do more live stream. Thank you. So many loving and great comments. Quickly saying, parallel realities are just potentials. Because God is infinite and the all is dreaming infinite dreams, there is a dream as a potential existing where what you want exists. So it's just every single thing that you can think of. You can't think of thing that doesn't exist. Basically, it's simple. If we can imagine something, it's real somewhere in the mind of God. And in the modern terms, people can say, oh, it's parallel realities, or it's serial reality, or basically time is an illusion. Time doesn't exist. Everything is happening right now in the mind of God, and everything exists as a potential in it. And you have many versions of you, because God is infinite, you are infinite, you have infinite lives, and you can pull from another reality and get into a state where you have what you want, so you kind of shift into a new reality. For example, when I was in Malaysia, life in Russia was very foreign to me, but I imagined, and it became familiar. And now that I'm here, I'm a completely different man. I cannot relate much to a older version of me. So I feel like I have shifted. This is like quantum shift, because I'm very, very different from 2 years ago. So this is an example of parallel reality. My mindset shifts so much that you could say I'm the old man. I let go of the old man and I became a new man. Hello, AA. Another member just joined. Everybody is you pushed out. It's the same concept. It goes back to God being alive in everybody. So there is just one consciousness, there is just one life which has individualized itself into different people. So these different people, the soul or the spirit within them is just one. It's it's a it's a tiny pieces of cake. Cake is one, but you can say it's sliced, seemingly sliced. It's not really sliced. There is no separation, but it's sliced into different pieces, but they're part of the same cake. I guess I hope it makes sense. So other people are connected to the same body of God. So since we are the same life, same consciousness, we other people mirror us, especially people who are not conscious. By not conscious, I mean they are not deliberately creating their life. They are kind of living a program life. They don't really pay attention to their thoughts. They don't really pay attention to their assumptions. So these people, they will mirror your consciousness projected onto them. For example, if you feel attractive, a lot of people will compliment you that you look good. If you don't feel good, if you feel that you're not attractive, uh, people will might behave badly towards you. See, they are mirroring you. So everybody is mirroring your consciousness. So because we are all connected to the same mind of God, there is no separation. I just explained earlier that I thought about Malaysia, and my friend 1 year ago, who we didn't talk for a year, texted me. That's how it works. He mirrored my consciousness. I was getting nostalgic about Malaysia, so he somehow got this feeling to text me. He mirrored me. So that's a very nice example of somebody mirroring me and somebody acting like they are pushed out. Yeah, we are all one consciousness, exactly. Well, these concepts sound easy, definitely, but because we are so forgetful, we forget about them and we stop applying them. So it's about practice. The more you practice, the better you will get, and the more you will develop the muscle of consciousness imagination, and you will definitely start to see that you will get really good at it. But it's definitely it's practice. I will never claim that I mastered it. Even Neville Goddard, of years and years of teaching people, said he didn't master it. Because why? Because it's a moment, every single moment you're applying it. But we are we are not so conscious, like fully aware and lucid every single moment. We forget, and that's okay. It's part of the human experience. There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep coming back. Said, can I cure my baldness? I have personally, uh, I would say, I have read about it. There are people who have definitely. Uh, you should join a Reddit group. It's called Neville Goddard on Reddit, and I have read multiple stories of people curing baldness, and there was one guy who was talking about that he imagined his girlfriend rubbing her fingers uh, on his head and saying that your hair have grown back. And this guy said that after like a week or so, the exact scene played out, and his girlfriend told her that his baldness in the back was filled and he had hair. So people have definitely done it. So it is absolutely possible. Hair can be grown back. Yes, I have, Ravi. I have heard of the Hoponopo. Pono. It's a weird name. I've heard about this meditation, but I haven't tried it much. Basically, it's all about I try to keep it simple. It's all about law of assumption. It's the most basic thing you can learn, which will which will simplify everything for you. Even meditation is not necessary, but it's great. It's great for your mental presence, cultivating consciousness and presence and silence in your mind. But it's not necessary. What you assume about your life will start to happen. It's simple. So just like there are very uneducated people who have amassed billions. I personally know some, not personally, but I have some people that I have read about, and these people are uneducated and they have amassed billions. So education wasn't necessary to get rich, and so it was just assumption. There are so many examples of so many people who come from the worst backgrounds who make big in world. So it's all about the assumption. It's not about even the knowledge. When you assume that you are intelligent, knowledge will come to you. When you assume that you are abundant, opportunities will come to you. When you assume that you are good at, for example, engineering, and you are a rich engineer, you will get the correct amount of knowledge, and you will be given the correct opportunities, and you will get where you want to go. So it starts with an assumption. Everything else just fills in. Yes, Greg. Free will is kind of a funny subject because there are two concepts. There is actually no free will, there is just freedom of choice. Once you have assumed something, once you have embodied a state, the state will compel you to become that person. So your free will kind of ends once you have assumed something. So, for example, if I assume to be a spiritual guru in Bali, for example, teaching meditation, then this state of being will compel me to leave Russia. Something will happen. I will be pushed towards Bali. I will go there, and the state will compel me to do everything. I remember a very nice example of this when I was Goddard. I think he assumed that he was at his mother's place. He was feeling nostalgic. So one night he imagined that he was at mother's place, and he dropped it after that. But all of a sudden I think he got news that his mother was on her deathbed, and he was compelled to go to meet her mother. He had no plans to go there. He was just feeling nostalgic, so he imagined the scene unwisely. And I think so he went to his mother because his mother was on her deathbed. So once you occupy a state, imagine it with emotion, it will compel you, it will take you there, even if you, so free will kind of ends once you have assumed something. The assumption is very simple. It's it's a new concept, right? It hasn't manifested yet in your life. For example, somebody is not healthy, so they are experiencing disease or bad health in their life. So they will assume that now I am healthy. And if they are so sick that they are bedridden and they can't move, they can imagine walking on grass in a sunny, beautiful day. What does that this imaginal scene say? This imaginal scene says that this person is now healthy. They're walking on beautiful grass on a sunny day, and they were previously so sick they couldn't move. So this is a new concept in a person's life who is having a very sickly, that you embody and then you persist in it and you feel it real, and you don't look in the world for proof. Oh, am I healthy yet? Am I healthy yet? You plant the seed and you let it go. Things will happen to get you the health. It is all free will ends once you have assumed something. parallel. The only way to increase your confidence in law of assumption is application. Apply it in small things. Imagine getting a flower from somebody. Imagine getting a cup of coffee. Imagine getting a text from a friend. Simple things. Imagine getting a parking spot. Simple things. Start applying with many small things, and when they start appearing in your world, you will be like, wow, it works. And confidence will be built automatically. Okay guys, I think this has been quite a nice stream, already 51 minutes, and this is definitely first of the many, and I will do more live streams for the members as well, and I will try to have more streams for the main channel as well. And yeah, it was a very nice session, and now it's getting quite cold. It's freezing outside, so I will end it there. Thank you very much. So see you on the next stream or the next video. Bye bye.